Hello YouTubers. This is my lovely project for the summer that I thought would already be done with, but it's now July and I'm still not done with it. We have an old crappy, I think it's a 10 by 12 builder grade deck, and we bought in this house in 2008. And we've had it stained with just regular water seal every other year for like 2 years. And I got kind of tired of it, so 3 years ago I paid a guy to come out and do this. I think it was a solid stain. It was a minwax. And it looked great the first year. The second year, I noticed some things started to look like they were flaking or fading away. And this is the third full year of it. And as you can see, it's completely gone away now. Granted, I have taken a power washer and power washed the deck. I also have taken Olympic deck cleaner and cleaned the deck to try to get some of this stain off of the deck. It's done a pretty good job. The deck cleaner definitely brightened the wood up a little bit. Like you can see, it's white almost. I'm now going through the lovely process of sanding the rails. I've been doing this. It took me about an hour just to do this section. I'm not trying to take all of the stain off. I'm just trying to give it a nice good sanding with 60 grit paper. So it'll have something to adhere to, and any flakes and stuff like that will come off of. If I go through all of this and this thing doesn't last a minimum of 4 years, I'm gonna go nuts. I'm using Behr solid weatherproofing water stain, and it's gonna be like a chestnut red when we're done. But this is the reason why I'm annoyed is that we had the deck power washed probably back around Memorial Day, and here it is July. It has rained like every day in June, and I just could not get to the deck to even do any sanding, much less staining. We can't get 2 solid days without rain. Also, the humidity's been like 100 degrees and 95% humidity. So today it is 79 degrees, almost 0 humidity, so I'm getting this job done. Tomorrow is supposed to be the way. I'm going to try and stain it tomorrow. So we will see. But anyway, this is part 1. You can see the deck is, it's not, falling apart. I had to replace one board. This has only been sitting out in the sun for about a month and a week. So it's sort of dry. It's not completely dry, but it's probably dry enough to stain. But you can see, it's typical builder grade stuff. It's split and cracked in several areas. Lots of knots. It's just crappy lumber, but it's, staining it, it's kept it alive. So we'll see what happens when I'm done. Should be night and day difference. Okay, we're about to start this lovely project. We're using Behr Premium wood coating solid color waterproofing stain and sealer. It's supposed to be guaranteed for 10 years. We'll find out if that's true. Using the redwood. Here's where we go. Tape it off. We're going to do the rails first and see where we go. The railings are all done. Took almost an entire bucket to do just this. Goes on pretty good though. Pretty good so far. Well, I started at 10 o'clock. I think it's 1:30. I just got one coat down. Like the top rails may have 2, but I only got 1 coat on the deck. I got to put another coat down. So far I like it. It's red. Really red. It matches our doors. But it's red. Alright, here's our deck the next morning. So it's not been 24 hours, but it dried pretty well yesterday. It was like 83 degrees, hardly any humidity. Some nice sunny day. So I think I finished about 2 o'clock And, you know, easily by 8, 9 o'clock you could walk on it last night. But as you can see, I definitely got to put another coat down. I think the rails and everything are good, except for the spot that I missed down there. It is redwood. I mean, it is what it says on the box. The color was a little off to me. It gave it a more of a brown tint to it on the can, and it's definitely not brown. I mean, it's red. I'm trying to, it's not fire engine red, but it's not far from it. It went down really easy. You know, it's filled in a lot of the cracks you can see on some of the boards. That's why I want to go back and make sure there's another coat on top of this, because these boards are really weathered. That's my dog, Jake. But you know, if this stuff lasts 4 to 5 years, the can says 10 to 20 or something ridiculous. I'm sure the rails and stuff will last a long time, but the deck boards, there's no way that's going to last 10 years. But I don't know, if I put another coat down, maybe it will. I'm kind of stuck with the color now, so I think it'll look okay once I get the black furniture back up on there. It's not going to look too bad. But, you know, it applies well. I used almost 2 full cans just to do what I've done so far, which is just it's literally like 1 coat on the rails, 1 coat on the deck, and I probably did the top rails, you know, a couple of times, so they've got a couple coats on them. But you know, I've definitely got to go back and do, like, there's barely any on the deck boards themselves. You can see where I missed a bunch of gaps. I didn't go and do the paintbrush in it, so I got to do that. But I think once I get another coat down, it'll be pretty good to go, and it should last a while. I'll do a video, you know, every year around July 4th to show you what it looks like and show you how long it's lasting, so you can check back for updates. Well, second coat is down. I didn't finish till like 9 o'clock at night, so it's going to probably take 2 days to dry. But I think it came out pretty good. It is definitely red, though. You know, a little bit more red than I would have liked. But it definitely filled in, you know, all the splints and cracks of the wood. So it should make it last a while. I could probably even put a 3rd coat down and get the rest of these little cracks and splints done. But we'll see how she holds up. I'm going to wait a full 2 more days, which will give it about 72 hours before I put the furniture and stuff back on it. Make sure it's good and cured. It's going to be a nice, you know, 2 warm days with no rain. So we'll just see what it does. And I'll give you an update each year from now to see how it's holding up. It better last at least 4 to 5 years. It's going to last 10. I'll believe that when I see it. Let's see. It's been about 36 hours since the second coat was put down. And it's been kind of humid, you know, last night. So it's still probably not totally dry. Little worries are supposed to get some rain tonight. But it's supposed to have been waterproof 4 hours later. Oh, I see I missed a strip. That's fantastic. I really need to, I've been doing too much of this stuff at night. I need to come out and look at this during the day. See, I missed a strip. But it's supposed to be water resistant after 4 hours when you put it down, so it should survive a shower tonight. I just can't put any furniture back on until 72 hours. I gotta wait another day. But this is kind of what the color, what it looks like when it's dry. Now we are, what, 60 hours since having the second coat down. We had a nice on and off couple rain showers last night. So I didn't get the full 72 hours to cure before the rains came. As you can see, it's pretty water resistant right now. I don't see any damage though, I don't get any runoff. So we will hopefully let her dry the rest of today. We won't get any more rain. And hopefully tonight she'll be in good shape. We may let it go another day because it did rain last night. but it's holding up. We'll see. Well, it's done. I had 3 full days to dry and cure. Color did go from bright red to, I don't know, a slightly brown red, but it's still red. It's definitely the same color as your redwood mulch that you get, hence the name, I guess. I'm sure I missed a piece or two here. See a little spot right there. The stuff definitely goes on thick and hard. I mean, it's like you're putting vinyl down over top of your wood. So it should last a long time. And you should just have to just, you know, low power wash it or wash it off with a hose and it should be good to go. Bugs love the corner of it, don't they? But you can see how it beads up. It rained a little bit last night. But the water just comes right off of it. Makes the wood darn near waterproof. There's no doubt in my mind that it'll last a long time on the, you know, spindles. I just worry how long it's gonna last here. I got 2 full coats down. Remember, I power washed it, let it dry. I sanded it, let it dry. I used deck cleaner on it. Actually, I used deck cleaner first, then I sanded it. So I followed every step by step it was. So I don't want to hear any excuse if this stuff starts peeling off 2 years from now from Behr that, gee, you didn't apply it correctly. Then I got 2 coats down on top of everything. I did end up only using 2 full cans of the Behr product. I didn't even quite use a full 2 cans. I have like maybe an inch at the bottom of the second can, so I never had to go into the third can. You know, the first coat took like 1 and maybe 1/3 cans, and the second coat only took whatever the difference that is, like you know, 3/5 or something to get everything down on the second coat. The second coat was a lot easier to apply. But this is what it looks like. We'll do another video in a year and we can see how this in particular has held up.